What is up, guys? Welcome back to yet another video. In today's video, I'm going to be telling you guys the pros and cons of Civil Air Patrol. Now, for people who have been in Civil Air Patrol for a decent amount of time, will be able to figure out their own pros and cons. And your pros and cons might be different from mine, but my pros and cons, I try to make them as general as possible and more relatable as possible. But yeah, thank you guys so much for 245 subscribers. Let's get to 250 subscribers by next Thursday. And also, we have new t-shirts. I currently do not have one yet. I'm working on getting one. But if you guys want them, go to the last link in description. Get your merch. Really like it. It doesn't have our logo on it because we don't really have a logo. It's just a picture of me. So I kind of just made a logo. But I'm not going to use the logo, whatever. So, I have 5 pros and 5 cons. So, the first pro is you make new friends. So I'm not talking about you make like 1 or 2 more friends. You'll start making friends pretty much everyone in your squadron. There might be 1 or 2 people in your squadron that you're not friends with, just because, you know, for whatever reason. And then when you go and you volunteer and there's other squadrons wherever you're volunteering at, you're going to make friends with those people. And you're going to have friends from New Jersey wing, you're going to have friends from California wing, you're going to have friends from Alabama wing, whatever. Even I, starting this YouTube channel, I made friends from Texas, I made friends from California, New York, everything, pretty much every state you could think of. There's people that you're going to be making friends with. And the more you are inside of CAP and the more you do in CAP, is the more friends you make. Another pro is it teaches you responsibility. So what I mean by that is you need to, if you're going to be in CAP and you want to be successful, you have to have responsibility, and that's going to, and CAP is going to teach you responsibility. Like for example, if you're on line staff, you're responsible for doing whatever you are assigned to. So let's say you're training flight sergeant. Let's say you're that. You want to go and do that. You have to be responsible and take your cadets and teach them how to become actual cadets, or take your airman basics and turn them into airmans. Stuff like that. If you're in charge of the supply closet, you need to make sure that the supply closet is clean, it has everything it needs, stuff like that. It just teaches you responsibility. And another thing is all of the core values. Now, core values, they're not only useful for CAP. Like, for example, I use them in my everyday life. If you don't know what the core values are, there's 4 core values: integrity, respect, volunteer service, and excellence. So if you join CAP, they're going to teach you that. They're going to put that on you. They're going to make sure that you memorize the core values. And core values are not only a good way to live in CAP, but also outside of CAP. The fourth pro is you're helping out your country. So what I mean by that is you're not only helping out yourself by becoming a better person, you're helping out your country. For example, if you go out on an emergency service mission, right, an actual mission, going and searching for people, and you go and you save 5 people's lives. Let's say you save 5 people's lives. That's helping out our country a whole lot. And it's the U.S. Air Force Auxiliary, so you do get to help out your country in some way, shape, or form. And you could also even help with natural disaster relief. So let's say there's a hurricane, you could go and help relief, stuff like that, which that is helping out your country. And the final pro is it makes you an overall better person. So for example, if you go into CAP and your life isn't really, you don't really have your life together, you're getting in trouble every other day and stuff like that, maybe you're getting F's in school. Once you start going to CAP, you're going to naturally step up to that next level and really be responsible. You're going to start getting A's, you're going to stop getting into trouble, blah blah blah, whatever. You're just going to become an overall better person than you were before you joined CAP. So now some cons, which there aren't really that many cons. This was like, I couldn't come up with a 6th con, that's why I kept it at 5. I was trying to do 10, but I couldn't even think of 10 cons. But yes, the first con is time. This Civil Air Patrol is very time consuming. So you have to go there once a week for 2 hours, and then you have to volunteer, plus you have your robotics, Cyber Patriots, Emergency Services, Color Guard, everything like that you're going to have to do. And if you want to join one of those things, it's going to be very time consuming. Even if you don't want to join one of those things, you just want to go to your meetings, that's still going to be time consuming because you're going to eventually get onto line staff. And once you get on the line staff, you're going to have to do more than those 2 hours. Yeah, second, which is also a pro, is responsibility. So although responsibility is a good thing and teaching you responsibility is a good thing, you also have a lot of responsibility. So you have to learn how to have a lot of responsibility and do your job effectively. So, for example, it's going to be hard, especially in the beginning of your CAP career or the first time you're on line staff. Okay, I just keep using line staff today. If you're not responsible, the squadron's not gonna work. If you're a training flight sergeant or training flight commander, whatever, and you can't be responsible and do your job, then the squadron's not gonna work as effectively as it would if you were responsible. So that could be a con. For me, it's not a con, but for other people, it could be a con of major responsibility. So, con number 3. Sports or extracurricular activities may interfere. So, for example, let's say you have a soccer game on Tuesday nights, but you have CAP Tuesday nights. It's going to affect each other because you're not going to be able to miss your game, but you're going to have to miss CAP because, you got to set your priorities straight. And for me at least, it's sports, and then after that comes CAP. Obviously there's stuff before sports, but CAP is after sports for me. If sports are after CAP for you, then that's not going to be an issue, but for some people that might be an issue. Fourth con, you must put 100% in or you won't succeed. So it's either you put 100% into everything you do during CAP or you don't succeed. So there's no, alright, I'm going to put in 75% of what I can do in CAP. You have to be giving 100% because if you don't give 100%, you're not going to promote, you're not going to get on line staff, you're not going to be able to get into Color Guard, you're not going to be doing good on Cyber Patriots, you're not going to be doing good in robotics, and you're going to get kicked out of e-services. Those are just some examples of things that could happen if you don't go 100%. The last con, squadrons may be weak depending on where you are. Like, for example, I know in New Jersey, not my squadron in particular, but there are some squadrons that are, struggling. We only have 12 cadets, 3 senior members, and not really a good squadron. I know my squadron's doing, our squadron, I'm pretty sure, yeah, our squadron is the largest squadron in New Jersey, Raritan Valley Composite Squadron. There's about 67 cadets, maybe, I think, and I don't know how many senior members. A little less senior members. But yeah, that's going to be it for this video. Hope you guys liked it. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Once again, go click all the links in the descriptions. Get a shirt. Free shipping before March 8th. Thank you guys so much for 245 subscribers. Let's try and get to 250 by Thursday, and I will see you guys in the next video.